I really love micro orchids or mini orchids, and I wanted to make something absolutely perfect for displaying one single species, and this is what I came up with. It's a combination of 3D printing and picture glass cutting. Let's check out how we built it. So like I hinted before, we are just using picture glass and some 3D printed parts. I will be releasing these parts on Patreon, so that way you can get a hold of them and all my previous printed parts that I've released. But yeah, you need those two things, some of the supplies like glass cutting, some oil, some tape, a ruler, and that's pretty much it. As far as cutting all the pieces, we do have two complex pieces, and these are going to be the ones that sit inside the side panel, and then you'll see how it can vary later on when you do all the rectangular pieces to connect the two sides. But I would start with these two because they're the hardest pieces to do because they require the most amount of cuts, and therefore it gives you many chances to screw up like I have done. I did find that setting it on top of a wire and pushing down allowed it to snap really nicely and really clean, but I still made some mistakes. I know there's other ways to do it, but for whatever reason I had the most success like this. If your parts are a little sharp or jagged, you can wet sand it. I did have to do that with some of mine because they were a little oversized from my measurements, and I had to sand them a little bit to make them fit, and it kind of was nice because they fit nice and snug, meaning they weren't like loose and floppy. But again, the print allows a little bit of lenience as far as the size being a little smaller than the actual rim because the rim is pretty big, and you can just center it on that and it should be fine once we put the silicone in there. So if it's a little small, don't fret. As long as it covers the entire hole, you're fine. Once you have the two sides set up, you're going to make the cross sections, or basically the pieces of glass that link the two sides together, and this is where you can vary your design. You can make them much longer than I have, but since mine's a micro orchid, I kept it pretty small. But again, this is where you can choose to make it different. However, every single piece, like every facet, needs to be that same length. So whatever length you choose, that's the length you have to stick to for the remaining 6 pieces. For this, you're basically going to follow each facet of the shape, except for at the very top, you are going to leave a little bit of a gap for the sliding door to slide down. And you can see in the print how thick that needs to be because there's an obvious area for it to slide. And then on the very front, you're also going to need one extra smaller one, which is what's going to contain the water layer later. So you definitely want it to be at least an inch tall. The taller it is, the deeper your water can go, and then obviously that means the door can be smaller. Once you have all your pieces cut, that is when we're going to actually start doing the siliconing and securing everything permanently. You are going to want to use a small bag with a bunch of silicone in it, almost like you're making a pastry, because this will give you a much smaller bead for this micro terrarium. A whole caulk gun is going to be way too big, so I found that just injecting it into a bag, snipping the corner, that works best. So now, just like you taped it up earlier, we're going to go back through that whole process and just glue everything in. So you're going to first put the side panels in by putting the silicone all along that rim, push it in firmly, make sure there's silicone everywhere so it seals. Again, there will be a little bit of water in here, so we want a good seal. Once you're putting all the cross pieces in, make sure you're putting enough of a bead on all the glass on glass spots because again, we need it sealed nicely. And you are going to want to seal the edges up good. Basically, anywhere glass touches anything, try and put some silicone down so you can seal it out nicely, and this is what's going to hold everything together. Once you got it all taped up, you can leave it for 24 hours, and then when you come back, it should look something like this, which honestly I think turned out fantastic. I really love this unique shape. It's very fun to play with 3D printing and glass because you can really make stuff that's never been seen before and really unique. I did water test mine right away because the function of that bottom part is to hold water to keep humidity in there without getting your orchid soaking wet, and so that's the beauty of this device and how it works. And all the water should run down the ramp into the reservoir. Now we're going to actually have to get our orchid and mount it, so we need something to mount it to, and in my case I chose some bark I found outside. You'll have to measure your back panel because again, you could vary it based on the width, so yours might be much longer, but our height should be about the same. And then you're going to want to cut a piece of wood or whatever you're going to mount this orchid to the size of the back glass plate. You could go smaller if you really wanted to and make it look almost like it's floating, but I decided to take up most of the space. I did find that my bark wasn't going to stick very well, so I found some marine carpet that I was going to adhere to the actual back and tie it all together with some twine and then glue it in pretty nicely. I feel like the fabric will grip the glue a lot better and maybe even hold a little more moisture, so it should be a good combination. I chose a really mini bulbophyllum species. I'm not sure what it even is at this point. I lose my tags every single time. I'm terrible, but what can you do? I did use a little extra sphagnum moss on top of the bark just to give these things a little bit of a head start for what they're going to root into, because I'm not sure how well they would grab right onto that bark given that they've been ripped from their original plank. So that's just what I decided on doing, and I used that twine to tie everything up real nicely. Then I decided to use a hot glue gun and put it on the back of the carpet area and on the twine and just press it into the actual terrarium. I probably should have dried things out, but I wasn't thinking at the time after the test, but things did stick pretty decently. Once you've got it mounted, you should have this really awesome looking piece. Again, I don't think there's ever been anything like this on the market. I think this thing is fantastic, and you can definitely build one too, which is really cool. But I just love the appearance of this single orchid in the back of this awesome contraption. I love the shape of it. That angled side and just like how it can present itself is fantastic. I cannot wait to see it flower and just what that looks like as they sort of hang out over the reservoir. Hopefully they don't get too long where they're like pressing up against the glass. I'm not really sure what the flower looks like, but either way, it's really awesome. Now, this was totally accidental, but I realized you can water this thing really fast without anything but just rotating it backwards. The reservoir basically dumps onto the plant, and then you tip it right side up, and it drains back in the reservoir. And this system of watering is so cool because it's so easy. All you gotta do is tip this thing maybe like once a week or once every 2 weeks, and it's like back and watered, and I think that's just fantastic. These like happy accidents are really cool to me. Here the terrarium is about 6 months later. I like to show you guys an update so you can see that these things like actually survive. I feel like a lot of terrarium makers just make stuff and it basically ends up in the garbage or dies within a couple weeks. But you can see things are doing really well in here. I did see some mushrooms in the past. The moss is growing, and the better I take care of it, just the better it seems to look. And it's just really neat that it's working out exactly as expected. I did change the front panel a little bit so some more air can get in there. But other than that, it's just been doing great. I really love the design and I can't wait to make more similar ones just like this.